is my first tag video ever, and I'm so excited to do the Nigerian tag so you get to know a little bit more about me and my background, what makes me who I am. And to all my Nigerian people out there, how body? I just said a bunch of greetings and said how you doing, what's happening with you, how's your body doing. So yeah. But I'm so excited to do this tag. I actually saw the Jamaican tag, and I thought it was cool to meet all the Jamaicans and see how many Jamaicans were on YouTube and stuff. And then I just thought, why don't we use the same questions and turn around and make a Nigerian tag video and stuff? And I was going to do it, and then I saw someone had already started doing it, and I thought, you know, that's the thing about life. Sometimes you think you're alone and you're strange, and no, I don't want to share my ideas because I don't want to be strange. Someone else is thinking the same thing. So hey, next time you have a great idea, do something about it, or share it, talk about it. Come on now. So I'm going to start out by first talking about my name. Actually, my name is not Toyin. I know, yes, it's not Toyin. It's actually Oluwatoyin. So Toyin is actually half of my name. And you might be wondering, so Toyin, why do you want to cover such a beautiful name like that? Because it just makes it faster and easier to do. You know, I write Oluwatoyin on all my legal documents and stuff, and sometimes, you know, they want to say it and they kill the name, and just to save you the trouble, I want to say, just say Toyin, you know. But I don't want to write Toyin on my official documents, because the government will say, ma'am, you're not the same person. No, actually I am. It's just a half of my name. I don't want to confuse the government now. Okay. So yeah, but most people call me Toyin, and it actually means God is worthy to be praised. And that's something about Nigerians. We kind of have meanings to our names a lot of times. That's just, yeah, we like having meanings, and we give our kids some good meaning to their name, that will just help them, you know, just, I don't know, that it's kind of a blessing on their lives, you know. Yeah, stuff like that. But the next question is, actually that wasn't a question. The first one wasn't a question. But the first official question is, when was the last time you were in Nigeria? I was in Nigeria in 2008, and there's something about, I don't care how long you've been away from your country, you just miss it. Because there's something about being around people who have the same culture and the same background and the same kind of talk as you do. It's just, you don't have to explain too much, you know, they get it and stuff. And it's not like people over here don't get me, but it's just different cultures have different things, and different things we think is funny, you know. I mean, we could say something in my language and it's funny, but if I translate it in English, it's not so funny anymore. It has lost its funny thing. You know. So it's just kind of neat, and I get to see all my friends I haven't seen in a long time, and see family and stuff, and eat all the Nigerian food in the world I can eat. Okay? Yeah, love it. The next question is, what part of Nigeria are you from? I am actually from the southern part of Nigeria. I'm from Oyo State. I'm from the Yoruba tribe. And yes, I did say tribe, okay? And I don't mean we run around the fire chanting. Okay, nothing wrong with that. We just don't do that. We call ourselves tribes because we live around the same area, we speak the same language, we eat the same foods, and we dress alike. So we're very similar. So we call ourselves tribes. There are different tribes in my country. So the next question is, do you speak your language? Yes, I do. Actually, it's funny. Till I was 5 years old, I was only speaking Yoruba. I did not know how to speak one word of English. Not one teeny weeny word of English. Nothing. Nothing. I understood it, but I couldn't say it. And to be able to go to school in my country, you have to be able to communicate in English, because we have so many languages. They want to make sure we understand each other. So let's just have a universal language and speak English. So my parents quickly, in a hurry, sent me to a lady that just was training me in English, and she made me practice English. And she did not let me use the restroom unless I said it in English. Yes, I remember that. I remember that. Okay? And I was like, really, seriously, you must be kidding me. I can't use the restroom unless I say it in English? Fine, I will learn your language. I will learn it for you well. Okay? I will learn everything you want me to learn. What is it you want? I will say it. So I learned the thing really fast. I don't want to pee on myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she would have let me, you know. I think she just wanted me to practice it. But hey, I was still a little bit traumatized by that. Anyways, the next, so yeah, speak my language. I don't. My family cracks up and says I don't speak as much of my language as I used to before. But hey, it's not my fault. The lady would not let me use the restroom. I had to learn it. Yeah, and I can say some in my language. Actually, usually when people ask me, say something in your language, Tony, the easiest thing for me to say is kilo fekinso. And Nigerian people know what I'm saying. It means, what do you want me to say? And why do I say this? I say it because I don't have to think about a sentence to translate. I just think, oh, let me just repeat what, the question, the answer their question in Yoruba. Yeah. And I also say bawoni, and all my friends know bawoni. If you're my friend and you don't know bawoni, I'm coming to get you. Coming after you now. But no. Actually, all my friends always want to know something to say in my language, so I just say bawoni. So, how are you doing? Nibolonlo, where are you going? And another question is, do you speak pidgin English? Actually, when I was growing up, all the cool guys were the ones who spoke pidgin English, and they used that language towards the girls, to ask them out. So the girls didn't really speak it around me, so it was a guy language. And I always was fascinated by it, because pidgin English is basically English and other languages mixed together and stuff, so it's kind of fun to speak. But I didn't grow up speaking it. I guess when I came here, I didn't realize it was a big thing, because everybody was like, you don't know how to speak pidgin. That's the real thing. And I'm thinking, really? I didn't know that. Because not everybody around me was speaking it when I was growing up, so hey. But I can say stuff like how you day, you know what I'm saying? I was about to say how you day. No, it's how you day. That means how you doing. And what else? How's your body doing? Waiting they happen. What is happening? The next question is, what is your favorite Nigerian food? You want to know? My favorite Nigerian food is plantain. Hey! It's like a big banana, and you slice it sideways and fry it and stuff. It is a bomb diggity. I love plantain. You don't understand? I love it. Okay? I promise you, every time that was my food. I could eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner growing up. If they gave me anything else, I eat like nonsense. When it's plantain, I will run to the kitchen and grab my own. I love plantain. I love plantain. Okay? And one of my sisters actually liked plantain like that too, and she was always trying to get more than me. I'm like, it will never happen. Never happen. So that's my favorite food. And the next question is, what around your house represents your culture? I would have loved to see all my beautiful Nigerian outfits I have, because every time we have weddings, what we do is the bride will sew some will actually pick some colors, the groom will pick some colors, and the people on the bride's side will sew Nigerian outfits in the bride's colors, and the people on the groom's side will sew Nigerian outfits in the groom's colors and everything. And that way you kind of know whose side you're on and all that stuff. You go to a wedding and say you see someone wearing the same color as you, you say, we are related. I didn't know. It's kind of cool. It's neat. So I have a lot of Nigerian outfits, because my mom will sew all those outfits for us when someone's getting married and stuff. So yeah, I would have loved to show it, but I don't know where they are. Okay? So I guess I'm going to have to just show you the foods we eat. I eat a lot of Nigerian food, so yeah, I guess that's what represents my culture. oh gosh, where is it? Oh, hold on. I hope I can grab it. Let me grab it. Okay, there you go. Here it is. This is pounded yam. Can you see it now? Can you see it now? Can you see it now? Yay! Okay. I'm sure you want to eat it. No. Basically, you add hot water to it on fire, and you stir it around until it becomes like a thicker consistency than mashed potatoes, and you eat it with egusi, okra soup, ila, ogbono soup. If it floats your boat, you can eat with gbegiri, I guess. But yeah, those are sauces that you take a little pounded yam and just take it and dip it into the sauce and put it in your mouth. And make sure your hands are clean now. No dirty hands. Okay. But yeah, actually that's the powdered form of pounded yam. But the real form of pounded yam is made from yam, and we pound it in this wooden pot with this big wooden stick, and you pound it like this, you know what I'm saying, and until it's very soft and there's no cocoa to it. Cocoa means no lumps to it. Okay, if it has lumps, we ain't eating that. And you cannot be a weak person and make pounded yam, because you need them biceps, triceps, all kinds of sets to make sure you make it really good and everything. I mean, it's a workout. You don't need no P90X or Thai buff for this one. You do this every day, you'll be getting your workout. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah, that's why they created the powder form, because they didn't want us to be working out every day with that. Okay. But I always say the original is better, but that's my opinion. The next question is, what about your culture do you like? I love the fact that we love to dance. We like to dance. We have weddings, and our wedding receptions will go until 3 a.m. Why? Because we're breaking it down. We're breaking it down. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't hear Nigerian music and not want to dance. You just want to move. You know what I'm saying? It makes you want to shake yourself. I mean, move. So yeah, I love Nigeria. You know, the fact that we love to we know how to throw a good party with dance and all that stuff. And the next thing is, I love the fact that we train our children to respect elders. You know, there's not this power struggle between parents and children and everything. You know, the parents is the parent, okay? It's the respect thing. You give them respect. You don't just say anything anyhow to your parents. You don't just say anything anyhow. No, you don't. And you don't say anything anyhow to someone who's older than you. It's just a given. If you want to save your life, don't just talk anyhow to someone who's older than you. But I like it because it helps for kids to know that, you know, their parents are older than them and they can teach them some things. And their teachers are older than them, they can teach them some things. Yeah, it's a good thing for kids to learn respect. You know, it's kind of neat. I love that about my culture. And another question is, what would you like to do in Nigeria? Actually, my mom has a non-profit organization, and they go to poor communities and villages that can't afford doctors and help them with health, to educate them on health issues and stuff. And I would like to get more involved. I think that's something we can do. We can look up non-profit organizations that are doing what we want to do, and support them. You know, even you can go and participate with them and help them out if you want to. You know, let's help out. Let's not just sit here and not do anything. Let's try to help out. Yeah, and I added some questions, okay? The question I added, and for all Nigerian people, I'm tagging you guys. Add this question to your tag videos. The question I added is, what is one ridiculous question that people actually asked you when you came here? Not everybody asked me a ridiculous question, but there are some people. I had to wonder, you alright? They said, do you swing on trees like monkeys and stuff? And do you walk around naked? They're trying to call me monkey. See? Yeah, that wasn't quite good. Okay? I was like, you've been watching too much TV somewhere that gave you the idea that we swing around trees and like monkeys and we walk around naked. Actually, there's some cultures that walk around naked. Hey, that's their culture, but we don't do that. It's not every African or black community people that walk around naked. No, we just don't do that. Okay? And they might do it, okay, no problem with that, but we don't do it. But the assumption is the thing that was like, really? You assume that we do that because you saw it on Discovery Channel? And hey, maybe people just don't know. Maybe they really just don't know. I don't know, but I was like, you must know the answer to that question about the swinging around with trees like monkeys. Okay, maybe the naked thing, yeah, okay, but the swinging around trees like monkeys, really? Come on now. So yeah, that was the question I added, and I hope you all enjoyed this. And people, Nigerian people, do this tag video and write something in the comment area. You know what I'm saying? Something in your language, so I know you are from Naija. You understand? Yeah, people enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Share with your friends. But yeah, and I hope you all have a great Frank day. Finally, people. No, I'm not saying finally. I already said I hope you all have a Frank day. Bye.